one of the things that sets you free from creative block is when you are not trying to be like someone, but focusing on the problem that you are asked to solve. Tunji again from Ceasar Graphics. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my weekly design training for creatives. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be reworking the designs that I received from my group members. I'm going to share what is working and what is not working on the project. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy this. So sit back, relax, and keep watching. The first thing I notice here is the use of door layout. All right. And, like I always share with you guys that, one of the things that make a good design look successful is when the design is on a good layout. All right. When you place the elements the way, things appear to you in real life, where things that are closer to you, they look bigger, and then things that are smaller to you, they are things that are far from you. And another thing I want to say to you guys, in order to make you guys understand my point on arranging your elements the way things appear to you in real life, is every design project must have depth. All right, depth is very important in every design project. The way your elements appear on your project should come in a sequential form. Making everything too bold and big is going to make the project look busy and it's going to get people confusing. All right, so right here, all right, what I notice here is just the use of door layout and use of elements that are not really necessary. And when I see elements that are not really necessary, I'm talking of using the use of this lady's picture here. I don't think this is necessary. All right, because we already have a lady attending to an old lady here, which is okay, which is good enough for the project. So I would advise to take this out. All right, because the goal is not for you to make the page full. The goal is for you to make the project simple enough for you to capture the attention of the right viewers and make it easy for the viewers to navigate through the information on the project. But when you are loading the design, when you load the design with too many content, you are going to affect the success of the design. So I'm going to create a new copy here now. All right. And I'm going to hide this. Then this is going to be the project we're going to redesign. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to first off take this lady out. All right. I'm going to take this out because we don't need it. All right. So I'm going to delete this. Okay. Then I'm going to move this down right here like that. All right, I'm going to move it down right here like that, and this is supposed to come up here. Now, before I arrange the other elements, I want to let you all know that the fact that I'm rearranging the project this way does not mean this is the only way to make this project look successful. There are several ways you can make this look successful, but the reason why I'm using this layout here now is because my background here, the illustration on the project here is is the background, the image of the characters is loaded with too many content, and I want to create a project that will be very easier for my viewers to read the content, and that's the reason why I'm using this layout here now. All right, so I don't have the font to use here, so I'm going to use the character that I have here on my PC. So I'm going to use let's just try to use Monstrat because that's the most common type that I know most of us here have on our PC. All right, so I'm going to use Monstrat, and I'm going to select Monstrat bold here like that, and I'm going to allow more space between the rows like that and move this down. What's going on? The guides. So it was supposed to be new guide layout. Yeah, that's it. All right, so I'm going to change this to 0 for now. Change this to 0. All right, then I'm going to select the OK button. All right, so the reason I'm using this guide here is because like I said, the content is much, so I want to be able to simplify the content or simplify the project, and that's the reason why I decided to add that guide right there. So yeah, for the rider, this should come under this. And I'm still going to use the same character, right? So I'm going to use Mostrat. Yeah. So another way you can make it look dynamic is to focus on the rider. So the rider here says, if it says, do you need a caregiver? They will now say, if yes, triple O solution is ready. So the triple O solution can be bold. All right, we can make this bold, which is also one of the ways you can make your project look dynamic. And you say is ready to render best service. Best service. So let's make best bold also. Or let's say best service. All right, let's make best service bold. Okay, like that. And now we need space here. So I'm going to move this down a bit like that. All right. I'm going to move this down. So the advantage of adding rules to your project is to help your viewers, is to help them, find it easy to read the content on a straight line. All right. So I'm going to change this again to black again, and I'm going to move this here. Now, the reason why I decided to use this high contrast color or as my board color here is because I'm trying to create contrast. All right. I'm trying to create something that will make the viewers see the information easily. Contrast is very important in graphic design. Okay. So when you're placing your elements, see how you can give room for contrast. All right, so I'm going to hit Control J again, and this can come right here. So what I'm going to use here is, let's see if I draw a shape like that. All right, then change the color of this to black, and then use the delete key. Say yes. All right, then I'm going to draw another line here. All right. So then I'm going to repeat this. I'm going to repeat it on all the other features here. So this is one of the reasons why it's always good to have good quality image whenever you're working on design project, because there are times when you don't even need to use any background on the project, that what you just need to do is to blur the image. All right. So I'm going to do that here now, and I'm going to move the contents down here like so, and I'll make this big. All right. I'll make this real big. I'm going to hide this, and I'm gonna just quickly crop ahead like that and make this visible. And then we can now go to select and mask like that. Okay, so I did not do this well, but I'm gonna crop it like that. So I'm just gonna select the hair of the grammar like that, and select the contaminate color, and select the OK button like that. All right, then we're gonna make this visible. I'm gonna hold on Control and click on the thumbnail of the layer mask like that, and then I'm gonna hold on Alt. Make sure you're on the layer of the contents. So I'm gonna call this contents. All right, I'm gonna hold down Alt and click on the layer mask icon to crop that part out from the from the board. But this is too much on the the board, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'll make a copy of this and move this down like that. All right, and then I'm gonna make the same move here. I'm gonna break the chain connecting the content and the layer mask, and I'm gonna move this down a bit, like that. All right, then if I hit Control H now, yeah, we're making huge progress here. All right, so for this to really look be visible, we can always create a new layer, select the brush tool, then pick a color from here, and then just, softly apply the brush. Now, when you're applying the brush, don't do this. All right. I see many creatives do that. Please don't do that. Just softly apply the brush. All right. You're doing this to still make the content on the background visible and also still give the contact details the chance to be visible. And then you can always do one more thing in order to call more attention to that phone number by let's see if I make a copy of this. All right. Yeah. Or let's make it 2. Yeah, 2 is fine. And then if you have a logo, then you can now put the logo somewhere here. All right. And trust me, it will surely fly. All right. But make sure your logo also aligned with the content on the design. All right. Yep. So I think that's it on this. And let's see the before and after. So this is the after and this is the before. All right. All right. So I hope you guys learned something from this, and let's go straight to our next design. Yeah. So on this design here, all right, I noticed that some things are not working here, and this is exactly my style of design. All right. So I'm going to quickly show whoever did this what to do, and for every one of you that want to go into working on photo manipulation. Now you see, when you're doing photo manipulation, all right, one of the things you also need to do, aside from getting all the right content or getting the content in their right perspective, the other thing you need to do is when you're placing the content, all right, the important information should be visible. All right, the way you make the type on your design visible is the same way you make the important information on your photo manipulation visible. So right now here, I am going to quickly show you what I think this designer did not do well here. Right now, you see this ship here is not really visible, right? So what I would advise you to do now is visible, but the visibility is not strong. So what I'm going to advise you to do next time is I'm going to put everything here in a group so you guys can see the before and after, right? So I'm going to hit Ctrl J and I'll make a copy of this. Now, for every one of you that want to go into designing of church flyers, please, photo manipulation is what you should learn how to do well. In fact, if you know how to do photo manipulation, you're going to enjoy working on church, flyers. All right, so let's start. So I'm going to hide this. All right, and there are 2 ways you can make this visible. One of the ways you can make this visible is first, you can blur the size. All right, you can always make it big like that. All right, you can make it big this way. All right, and another good option is I'm going to make a copy of this. So another good option is if you don't want to make it bold, so I'm going to make it look smaller the way you did it. If you made it look before, and I'll hit the OK button. Now, the other thing you need to do in order to make this visible is you can, you can always duplicate from, your background. I know so many creatives don't know how to do this. There's this part of taking from your background and, arranging it not in the way that it will make your content draw attention and make it look successful. All right, so I'm going to move this behind this. All right, now the reason why I'm using this is because it is it's a cloud and the color on it is going to blend with my background. All right, so I'm going to make this a bit bigger like that and position this here. All right, and then I'm going to add a layer mask to this and softly fade this to my project like that. All right, now as you can see, I'm sure you all can agree with me now that we're now beginning to see ship clearly. So I'm going to hit Ctrl H to hide the guide so you guys can see what I'm doing. So this is the before and this is the after. All right, so the other thing you can do to make this look nice again is to add levels. All right, so I'm going to move this up like that, and this is looking too bright. All right, so I'm going to hit Control I to reverse the mask and select the brush tool, and make sure that my foreground here is set to white because my layer mask here is already black. All right, so you need to be on the opposite color of your layer mask whenever you're applying your brush to the layer mask. Okay, I hope you all get that. So I'm going to make this, you know, bigger, and I'm going to softly apply the brush to the layer mask, like, you know, like so. Nice, you can see, you see my, I'm now beginning to see the sheep right there. All right, so I'm going to move, apply that, you know, like that, and this is nice. Okay, so this is the before and this is the after, but we over applied this, so I'm going to switch to black here now and softly take it out from here, take it out from here. You know, the idea is to, you know, make focus, put more focus on, you know, the sheep here. Right, so yeah. So the other thing I think you did not do well again here is the, you know, the rain effect you use here. Now, to get rain image now is very easier on the internet. That's if you don't know how to create it yourself here on Photoshop. You can always go to Google, all right, and type, I'll go to google.com here now, and I'll type rain image. All right, then you can go to image here. Okay, I think this is nice. Oh, should we use this? Okay, let's try this. All right, so I'm going to move this out, you know, like that, and drag this and drop here. And then we can make this bigger, and right click and select skew and skew this way, or maybe this way, or let's use this way because that's the angle of what we already have on the project. And then I'm going to hit, you know, screen like that. Now the reason why our rain is not okay, yeah, okay, so I've removed the rain from the design. All right, so I'm going to move this here, you know, like that, and hit Control L to activate levels, and then we can take out, you know, the brighter part of the image. All right, and hit the OK button, and this can be above this, like that. All right, so let's see if we try the other image. All right, let's see if that other image will work. So if I pick this, okay, and drop here, and I choose screen, now this here is looking to visible. So what we're going to do is to reduce the opacity, all right, like that. Okay, so we can just, you know, move this somewhere here. Now I'm going to activate free transform and just, you know, rotate this a bit like that. All right, now, so for the sheep here, all right, another thing I would love to do here is the color. All right, the, you know, the visibility of the ship is too much. All right, so it's not making it look too, yeah, it's not really making it look real. You know, when you're doing photo manipulation, one of the things you need to also do again is you need to understand how things appear to you in real life. And that's the reason why, as a designer, the way we watch movies is different from the way people who are not designers watch movie. When I'm watching movie, I do my best to see what I can take from the movie and then add it to my project. And that's how you're supposed to be watching movies. Don't just watch movie because you want to understand the story. Yes, there's a part of understanding the story, but there's also the part of knowing what to pick from the, you know, the movie and add it to your project. All right. So here, I want to do something right here now. Okay, so there's this light from here. So I'm going to make the light reflect on the sheep. All right, and I'll draw this here. Sorry, I don't have, the image is not cropped, so I'm just going to use my lasso tool here. So move this in. Okay, so I'm going to hit Control H and create a new layer. create a new layer here. So the Control H is to hide the marquee. So select the brush tool, and I'm gonna pick a color from here and change the blend mode of this layer to screen. All right, then I'm gonna softly apply. Okay, so it's showing more like there's a light coming from this side. All right, so this light I'm gonna apply here is not going to be too heavy because it shows there's a light coming from here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just softly apply, the brush like that. So this light here is the one from this lightning here, right? So I'm going to just apply that here. And the reason why we mostly do this is to separate elements from the background. All right, so I'm going to just move that like that, and let's see if I do the same move here, like that. And yeah, this is looking cool right now. And if I hit Control H and hit Control D to take away the marquee, this is what we have. And like I said, your understanding of how things appear in real life is very important when you're doing photo manipulation. So since we have this light from here reflecting on the the ship here, we need to now do something like a glow. All right, like a light effect on this side here. So it will look like the light coming from here is what is reflecting on the ship. I don't know why I'm trying to call boats. It should be ship. So if I move this out here, you see that the uniformity here is now looking balanced. And the reason why it's looking balanced now is because of this move that we just made here of the brush, and then the light effect we have on the the ship. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a bit brighter like that, and good, this is okay. Then we can now start playing with our text. So for the title here, we can just use something simple. And I noticed you use Berbers here, but you've tampered with the down, like there. So move this here, like that. Okay, and after. All right, so yeah, I'm glad you made it to the end of this tutorial, and I'm sure you learned something from this video. Now I'm going to be doing more tutorials like this for you guys to watch. In order for you not to miss my tutorials, I would advise you hit the subscribe button, and remember to click the post notification bell so you get notified when I post my tutorials. If you love this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you learn anything from this video, kindly drop a message in the comment section of this video. And if you have anything you want to share with me, kindly drop a comment in the comment section. All right, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.